Welcome back to the channel. So I thought I should just update you guys about what I've decided to do in terms of the car change. So I mentioned that I would want to sell the Ferrari and I want to get back into a Porsche. However, I had forgotten why I stopped driving Porsches in the first place. It's been a few years since I moved away from the brand after owning 15-16 Porsches, and as we humans are, we forget why we do certain things and then we go back and make the same mistakes again. So nothing against the car manufacturer, they make good cars. I still love Porsches. The reason I stopped buying Porsches and I was so pissed off and I sold the 3 I had at the time was because of the UK dealers, the Porsche dealers. And it's the main dealers, not the third party independent dealers, it's the main dealers. They are just unbelievable. And now that I've gone back and spoken to, I could easily say about 10 different main dealerships, I've come to realize why I hated buying a Porsche. Because of these dealers. And I hate making this video, but I am so hacked off that I thought I should tell my audience why it's so hard for me to buy a bloody Porsche. Because these dealers are complete... I don't want to use any of the words that are popping in my head, so I'll just do a blank here and say nightmare. Because, first of all, I've kind of become a little spoilt by talking to Aston Martin and Ferrari, because they treat you like a king and they are so polite and so civilized, and there's no pressure selling tactics, there's no underhandedness, they're just refined, and you feel privileged to be owning that car. The experience is astronomically different from any other thing. I also went to Bentley because I wanted to get a Bentley at one point. Again, same thing, great experience. However, when you go to a Porsche dealership, you get these most arrogant people that you come across. And for some reason, most of them don't own Porsches. Actually, none of them can afford to drive a Porsche at their salary. They're just car dealers. And I would say no disrespect, but yes, I'm trying to disrespect them because they have just really boiled my blood again and pissed me off to the nth degree. When you go to buy a Porsche, they make it seem like they're doing you a favor by selling you a car. Without us, the buyers, they wouldn't have a job. So I urge other Porsche enthusiasts to be a bit tough, put your foot down. We're the ones who are paying over the odds to buy these cars and then over the odds to maintain them. Yet we have to deal with the arrogance of these people. And it's not one, it's like so many of them. There's only one guy out of the whole Porsche network in the UK that I enjoy talking to, and I keep going back to him and keep buying cars from the same guy, because all the others I talk to, they're just so arrogant. You call them and you leave a message, they never return your call. You send them an email, a week later, no response. It's like, how much money are you actually making? If you have achieved your targets, would you not want to exceed them? Do you have no desire to be anything in your life than a car dealer and a mediocre one? So I don't understand how they operate and how they sell cars. Maybe people are buying too many cars and they don't need my business, but whatever the case is, it's really annoying. And then you talk to one and they'll say, I'll give you 2% off. And this is the off the list price of a brand new car that you spec yourself. It's like, okay, the other guy in your group is offering me 3%. Why are you offering 2%? Oh, that's the best we can do. Well, okay, I'm going to go to the other one. Fine, go. They don't care. And then in the same group, I got offered 4%. So I went to the guy that I'd talked to about 4 times about different models that I wanted to get and exchanged several emails. And he was like, no, we can't do any more than 2. If you're getting 4% from someone else, I say you go for it because that's a very good deal. Like, why can't you talk to your manager? Why can't you make an effort? You have told me this just over the phone without talking to anyone. So obviously you don't want your commission, you don't care about the sales, you don't care about the brand, because you're not making any effort to sell a car to a person who's come to you to buy a car. And then this other one, I did a test drive of a car, said to me, well, you should buy a car from me because you did a test drive here and it would be nice if you bought a car from us. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting 4% from the other dealer. If you match that, I'll place an order with you. And the answer was, no, we can't do more than 2%. So you're basically asking me to pay you about £3,000 extra for the test drive? These people have lost their mind. And I don't know what the reasons are, and I honestly don't care. Another experience I had was with the Audi dealership. I had a little paint that had peeled off, not even paint, the lacquer off the front bumper of my RS4. I don't know if it was the heat or what happened, so I rang them and I said, look, I bought the RS4 from you a year and a half ago and the lacquer has peeled off the bumper. I expected that to last for 10 years or something. And they said, oh, we're really, really sorry. Can we have the car collected? I'm like, yeah, sure. Next day someone came and took the car. A week later the car came back immaculate. The bumper looked as good as new. I don't think they replaced it. I think they just took it off and repainted it and lacquered it, but it looked better than it looked before. So Audi are able to provide better customer service than Porsche. And I was complaining about this to another car dealer, and he said, well, unfortunately, the way it works is that people go through these car dealers, they go through various dealerships, so they'll work at Toyota and Volkswagen and Mazda and all these mainstream brands. Once they get a job at the Porsche dealership, they suddenly think, I've reached the pinnacle of my career, I'm now the bee's knees and I'm the best because I work at Porsche. Somehow they just become arrogant, and that's why these Porsche dealers you come across are just unbelievable. So I don't know if I'll end up getting one or buying one, because it's just reminded me of why I moved away from the brand. The arrogance, the corruption. Porsche need to do something about the corruption in the UK especially, because you can't get any car that has GT2, GT3, Spider, I don't know, Speedster, anything, you name it, because they are for special customers. A month or two after they're released, internet is flooded with Speedsters and all that. One of the other YouTubers, Seen Through Glass, made a video and he pointed out there were like 20 Speedsters up for sale. Same thing with GT3 Tourings and all the other cars. They are just so corrupt. Two of them actually told me. One said, if you promise that you'll do 5,000 and no more miles and you'll bring it back to us so we can split the next sale 50-50, we can sell you a GT3. And I was in my head like, F you, I'm not going to do that. I want to buy a car, it's my money, I want to drive it. If I get bored, I'll sell it. If I don't, I'll keep it. And then the other one said, I would love to sell you one, but my dealer principal wants the cars to come back, he wants to make money, I'm afraid my hands are tied. So the only people who can do something about it is the Porsche group, because they're the ones who can control this corruption in the UK. I don't think it's happening so much in other countries, because I managed to place an order for a GT3 Touring in Belgium, where I had never bought a car from before. So yeah, this is my little rant for why I'm having trouble getting a Porsche. So I'm looking for a Carrera 4S Cabriolet, because I decided that whenever I take the Audi RS4, it's a four-wheel drive, it has winter wheels and tires, and it's nice in the Alps and snow and like on these dodgy places where the roads aren't great. Then I miss my convertible, and which is the Ferrari at the moment. But the Ferrari is a rear-wheel drive, is overpowered, so the rear end keeps slipping. I don't have winter wheels and tires, and even if I did, I don't think it's the car suitable for the Alps and things. So I thought I should combine the two, because whenever I take one, I miss the other. So I thought I should buy a convertible four-wheel drive Porsche, because I love Porsches and it will give me the pleasure, that I get, and I will have all the features of both cars combined into one. But right now, as it stands, I have a spec, but I haven't placed an order because I'm so hacked off. The most recent one was, he didn't even raise the paperwork. He just sent me a link to place the deposit, saying if you can pay the deposit, I'll raise the paperwork. Hello? What planet are you on? I need to see the paperwork first. I need to see what is in the deal, what are the terms and conditions, the percentage discount that you're offering me, is it listed? I give you the deposit, then I'm screwed. You have the money and you can do whatever the hell you want. So, and then they're asking me for twice the amount of deposit that is listed on the Porsche website. Unbelievable. That's it. Thanks for watching. Until the next one.